Hello everybody, this is a video response to Rodney Smith's Table Talk where he posed a question, how do you store your games? Apologize for this going up a little bit late. I had to get a new camera, so I'm also using this as a test to test out the settings I'm currently using on this camera, basic indoor lighting, so please let me know how it looks and sound. To get right to it, just grabbed a couple of my games. As you can see, I like to store my games showing the artwork up front, and at least until I have too many games to be able to do that with. A couple little OCD-ish kind of things that I do because of that. One is I like to have, of all my games, the way the fronts go match with the backs. I don't like having where the back would be turned one way. Plus, it makes it easy for pulling the game out, just grabbing it, showing somebody the back to describe a game that they haven't seen before. Another thing I tend to do, because I keep my games stored upright, I tend to lower the center of gravity, putting the heavier things towards the bottom, just to help keep them a little bit more stable. As you can see, I'm a fan of baggies. I've yet to find anything where Plano boxes are really better than baggies. I don't have something where it's got lots of chits that are all of small little groups to put together. Usually player bags, like Ziploc baggies, work great for cards. You can just simply go, it makes it very easy to group cards together for factions or starting player setup, where you can just toss bags out and people can start anything set up. It makes it a little bit faster. Another thing I do is also the Hugo's Magic Tape, which you might have seen other people post as well. If you're having trouble finding Hugo's Magic Tape, or you're looking to buy this in bulk, check your local adult store or online. It's also referred to as bondage tape. It's the same thing, clear as what I prefer to use. Like I said, I like the baggies, and it makes it really easy. I wanted to show this just to give an example of another thing I do with inserts as well. A lot of games you're going to get, especially some from Fantasy Flight, like to use these cardboard inserts. Now, this insert I've inverted from the way it was. It was raised on the sides and hollow in the center. And inverting it just gives me more room, makes it easier to organize. I've done the same thing with Death Angel, the Space Hulk card game. I've also done that recently with Cyclades. Now, with Cyclades, it's a little bit different. It's kind of the reverse. It came with raised in the center and holes on the side, and even though inverting that, I have less room for the components of that game, there's a very important reason that I do that. That game has boards, and Pandemic had something similar to this, where the main support for the board was down the center. And the old previous versions of Pandemic, I haven't seen the inside of the box of the new version of Pandemic to know if this is the same way. And what happens is, when that support's down the center, the board from its own weight being laying flat has a tendency to cause the board to want to warp. So by inserting that box insert on those, I give more support to the board. A little bit tighter fit, but everything still fits just fine in the box. Also, you'll notice King of Tokyo is known for having a really good insert, which is great until you get the expansion. And the expansion has its own great insert, if you don't mind getting out 2 boxes and having 2 boxes on the shelf. I'd rather just have one, so I pulled the insert out. Also, the insert for both of these do not fit sleeved cards. I don't sleeve all my cards. Sometimes I do. And in case of King of Tokyo, I had extra ones that fit. They're not handled very much, but it does. I like the look of sleeve cards. I just can't really afford to be sleeving them all the time. And this is basically what I do a lot of times, is just put a lot of the components inside the expansion box. Alien Frontiers does this very, very well with their expansion box. It fits right inside. I believe it may have actually been designed that way. So those are just kind of a few of the things that I like to do. So please, if you can, just let me know how the video comes out on this and the audio, since it's a completely brand new camera for me. plus side of that, though, is I have a new camera. I can actually finally start putting up some videos. So, well, hey, thanks for watching. I better call my lawyer.